One of the worst sports channel on YouTube, Hot Garbage Sports with me, Coach Ryan D. Hey, Josh Bailey. Hoo, ha. Bailey was on fire today. The Islanders are on fire. Rask is pulled. Swayman is in. The Bruins are doing everything that is required to win this series, and it's just not working out. Tough beans, that's Islanders hockey. You are falling right into the trap that the New York Islanders were able to set. The young guns are killing it. The Fire Ants, the team that is unbelievably well coached and disciplined, now has a commanding 3-2 series lead as we head back to New York for Game 6. But Boston is a team that is filled with road warriors and veterans. So stay tuned to the end of the video. We're going to talk about Game 5. We'll touch a little bit on Game 4 because we missed it here on this channel. We'll give you our prediction for the rest of the series. Remember, we had this going to 7, so is it going to get there? Stay tuned for the intro.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at Lemieux. Oh, my goal.
So this game, very different tale from Game 4. Game 4 in Boston, the New York Islanders outplay the Bruins all over the ice. There's a line brawl. There's a Taylor Hall fight. I don't think he's ever been in a fight in the NHL. Maybe he has. Let me know down below in the comments. I'm not even doing research on it. He just doesn't seem like a guy that is going to be in many fights. But you come to Boston, you automatically get a chip on your shoulder. You get 20% dirtier, and that's the way they like it when you wear black and yellow. Taylor Hall ends up holding his own pretty decently in this fight, but I think it ends up swinging the series for the Islanders. They end up getting the motivation out of it as opposed to the Bruins because they take Game 4 4-1. That was a long time ago. Let's talk about 5. 5 is a totally different story. The Bruins are all over them. They're all over them. And we said 2 things about the Bruins coming into this series. 1, they love their opponents to hang around. They always do. They can outplay teams. They've been doing it for 10 years, but they always keep games close and they make sure that, well, Bruins fans are given heart attacks before the age of 55. Now, the Islanders, 20 shots, 5 goals. Rask is out. We said it. Rask can make this series and he can blow this series. The thing with Tuukka Rask is that Tuukka Rask tends to go to sleep from what I've seen when the game matters most and when big things are on the line. This is why I continue to compare him to Curtis Joseph. When it feels like there's nothing worth playing for, he's on fire. When it feels like it's a giant game, he legit either doesn't show up to the game, like actually doesn't play, or he ends up just frankly giving up. This wasn't a good effort by Rask. Top to bottom, Swayman's in the net. I'm interested to see if Swayman can swing this series. Before we talk about Swayman, Islanders, Bruins fans, you're letting the Habs and the Jets fans kill you. I'm getting 3,500 views per Habs video. Habs Nation is everywhere. Where's my Boston support? Where's my Islanders support? There's only 8 million people in New York. Boston's a major metropolitan area. Tons of wicked, amazing hockey fans in both areas. Pass it along to your friends. Let's keep covering one of these teams all the way to the cup. Why don't we? So smash the subscribe, smash a like, stay with us the whole way. Swayman coming into the net could be a blessing for the Boston Bruins if they end up going with Swayman next game. I think Swayman's the better goalie over Rask. I've thought Swayman should be the guy taking the net as it goes forward because Rask just tends to choke when it matters most. When you outshoot a team 44-20, and you're able to put up 4 goals and 5 go in, it can feel like a backbreaker. But the important thing is to remember Boston has a core that ended up winning a Stanley Cup, at the very least their captain, down 3-2 to the Vancouver Canucks, and this team just never has panic. This core group of veterans, all the way until the final buzzer and until they are eliminated, will not panic in this situation. You can definitely believe that they are not feeling the pressure going back to New York in Game 6. Sorry, Islanders fans. This is a grizzled veteran team that plays excellent on the road. They're not afraid to play on the road. They're not afraid of the building noise. They relish being the villains. Bergeron is quite the leader. This is going to be a battle in Game 6. Not saying the Bruins are going to take it, but I am saying that it isn't an absolute lock for the Islanders. Now, the Islanders, you can't ask for more from the New York Islanders. They are playing their system to a T. This is Islanders hockey. You have younger, fired up, upstart players, well coached, and you have scoring all over the lineup. I mean, look at who you had today. Barzal, obviously a superstar. The veteran Palmieri that came in from New Jersey. Josh Bailey, Jordan Eberle, Brock Nilsson. Like, you can't ask for more. Then you got Beauvillier, who ends up getting 2 assists. There's assists all over the lineup. Feels like everybody on the Islanders got a point or a multi-point night, and that is how you win Stanley Cups. Excellent, excellent job, New York. You're winning me over. So we predicted that this series would go to 7. I still think this series is going to go to 7. I'm going to tip my hat to the fact that Boston's veterans are going to be able to weather the storm in New York, and then we are going to end up in a 50-50 Game 7. And honestly, I've predicted Boston from the start, but I'm really starting to feel the Islanders. It just feels like the young kids and the lineup of the New York Islanders, it feels like it's their time. If it's ever been their time, it's got to be now. They're firing on all cylinders. They have the confidence that they need. They lost last year after doing incredibly well. This might be their moment to show up, and what an interesting Final Four that would make with Montreal, because we're assuming Montreal's getting through. I'm a diehard Jets fan, but like, oh, what a series that was. The Habs get through with their trap-style system, all for one for all defense. The Islanders get through playing a very similar system. Excellent hockey by these two teams. 2 scrappy underdogs that are going to end up playing 2 powerhouses, whether that's Vegas or the Avalanche, and likely Tampa Bay. So this is going to be a really interesting top 4 if the New York Islanders end up sneaking through. So, got to sing the Josh Bailey song. People at home were pumped about the Bailey song. I'll never get over the Bailey song. I think it's ridiculously amazing. It's the best part. I love when fans come up with amazing, amazing chants like this. Nashville, Winnipeg, and now the Islanders. You enter one of the best groups of fans on the planet because your arena just seems fun. Boston fans at TD Garden, you're always fired up. You're always ready to go. I love it. I absolutely love it, but give the edge of the home ice advantage kind of to the Islanders, mostly just for a song. But it is tough to play in TD Garden. So I think the Bruins, the road warriors that they are, the calm veterans that they are, end up taking Game 6. Stay tuned with us to find out what ends up happening, not only in this series, but as we cover the winner of this series in the Final Four. What a fantastic series. Definitely one of my favorites to watch. Go Isles, go Bruins. Let's get some more views on this video and some fantastic New York and Boston fans. This has been Coach Ryan D.